Morning YouTube. Today I'm going to make a quick video of how to use the Fluval Aquasky remote per request. So basically the remote looks like this, and as you can see, the top buttons, the orange, white, yellow, blue, brown, and dark blue, are the presets, and the right top is the power button with the little circle in it. So how we use this remote is pretty simple. That's what it looks like. This button is your spectrum cycling. It'll go through all the colors of the lighting. So you tap that, and if you look at the light, you'll see that it fades in and out. And it just goes through all the cycles. Not too much, but you gotta look at it closely. You'll see like a little variance in color. So that's your cycling button. I use that sometimes at night when I'm getting ready to shut it down, to give them a heads up that the lights are going off soon. Then you have your Thunderstorms, which is on the bottom three right here, right next to the cycling button. You have one for brightness, and you can see that it looks like the cloud, like it would be like a cloudy day going in the sky. See the light darken and then get bright and darken and get bright a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but if you own this remote, you'll know what I'm talking about. It looks like the sun's going behind clouds. See that? See? That's what it looks like. Now it's getting ready to rain. See? That's the slowest thunderstorm. Then you have the next one, which is this one, which is quicker. See? And then you have a longer duration thunderstorm, which is the one next to it. See? And that would be these three buttons right here with the clouds. 1, 2, 3. This one here is your cycling for your spectrums. This one here is the sun going behind the cloud leading into the rainstorms. And then this is, whichever thunderstorm effect you want. You want the quick one, you want the longer one. It's actually a pretty neat feature, but I wouldn't use it all the time. It could cause epileptic problems for people with epilepsy. Then you have all your clouds behind the sunlights, and these are very difficult to see. So let's do it real quick. So from the bottom, right above the spectrum cycling, the one with the rainbow circle, right here, the cloud with the sun. See that? Right there. This one. Let's see. It's a brightness. And it's just basically, it's like a little fade of sun behind clouds. And you got the next one, which is really bright. And these are just different levels of clouds going behind the sun. It's not significant. I really don't, I rarely use them. But they're there for that effect. And if you watch the water, you'll see that the light gets brighter. And then it fades back down a little bit. That's the coloring of that's the sun going behind the clouds. Okay, next. You have the dusk till dawn one, which is almost similar to this right here. So let's hit that real quick. That's this button right here. The one with the sun and the two arrows. So let's click it. Boom. Now you see it really doesn't do a difference. See? But what it is doing is it's very slightly, it'll fade after time. Like the sunset, see how it's fading? Like it's getting ready to go to sunset. It's really weird. Some of the features almost seem similar and identical, but you gotta leave it on and look at the light. Look at the light in the water to see through a reflection of a rock or something. You'll see the light fading. Alright, so then you got the moon cycles, the moon lighting, 1, 2, and 3. Alright, that's next to, see this little moon, quarter moon, half moon, and then whatever that is. But it's right there, the moon symbol. So you hit this one, and that's one of the ones I use. That's like it's getting ready to get dark. For me, you know, I'll show you how to preset them in a second. Then the next one is darker, and then a little brighter is the next one. Alright, so that's your different effects of moonlighting. That's all. Nothing crazy. The thing I like about the moonlighting is it fades too. If you kind of look closely, you'll see it kind of goes in and out. See how it gets darker? And then it gets brighter? Yeah, I like that. That's a pretty cool effect. Then, let me put this back on so we can see. Actually, let me get one of the presets. Okay, there we go. So now you guys can see the remote. Okay, now, the next ones that are labeled P1, 2, 3, and 4 are your presets. Now, to set your presets, you got to go up here and choose one of the lighting presets that came with the remote that you can't change, and you choose one of them, and you make that your base point, and then you could adjust or take away the lighting feature. So watch. Right now, I'm going to use the blue one right there. Okay, it's a little dark. I'll use that for my cichlids. And what I do is you could take away the spectrums of red, green, and go to what's the next one? Lighter blue. See how it changes? We got to bring it all the way down, and then darker blue. So you got to hold the buttons, and it gives you different spectrums. See that? So let's just say I like that color, which I do, and I already have it as a preset, so I'll tell you how to do this. But for purposes now, I gotta put the light back on. There we go. So you start with these, set your base color, and then you could adjust it by holding the plus or minus of each color. So if you're starting at your base color, you're gonna hit the minus on each color to bring the color down to what you want, like I just did. Alright, so to do it again, I'm going to take the minus of the red and lower it all the way down. And then I'm going to take the minus of the green and lower it all the way down. And then the minus of the blue. And then the minus of the darker blue. And you see how it fades? And then I go back to the red, and I'll take that down more. Press it and take it down. See how it goes down for me? See how it goes, all that goes down? So you got to press the minuses. Then you can work your way up. And you could press the positives to bring the colors that you want back up. So let's go back up. There we go. Alright, so the presets from the factory are up here. And you press them, and you could use the plus or minuses. Usually the minus to bring it down, and then the pluses to bring your colors back up, whatever one you want. Start with the right side colors. The right plus minus, and work your way to the left. It'll make it easier because you can see quicker or what you want, what color you're looking for. Once you get your color that you want and that you like, preferably that your fish like too, P1, 2, 3, or 4, you hold them down. And I'm not going to do it here because I already did it. You hold them down and you count to about 6. The reason I tell you 6 is because you wait till you see the light go on and off. It'll go dark and back on real quick. That means that that preset for that color that you want to keep is on. And it's going to always be saved in your preset. Now, you only have 4 of them. That's fine by me. I don't need them all. And that's how you do it. And that's pretty much the remote. And the same thing goes for the recording of the color. Like if you want to cycle through the colors and you want to have all this, you got to hold down the play button. You could pause it, start another color up, hit play, and then record it and hold it all down. Okay? So that's how you set your presets, and that's pretty much what this remote does. And the reason I made this video of the Fluval Aquasky light is because for the price, for some people that don't have crazy amounts of money or want to have crazy amounts of money, the light gives off a pretty nice light for what I use. And because I have control of controlling the light, I can make anything that I want for my desired effect. Alright, so for the price of $90, this light was pretty good. And that's why I made this video. To show people that you don't have to buy the $200 light. I mean, it might be a little crisper. Okay, so if you want expensive lighting and you have the money to buy it, then buy the most expensive lighting. For the cheapest price of lights that I saw, this was one of the good ones that I liked. And this is why I made that video. So I hope you all enjoyed this little video of how to work this remote and how to use this preset and how to control the colors. If not, I don't know what to tell you except read the directions a little more. But enjoy the video and keep watching for future videos of products, do-it-yourself backgrounds, more fish tanks coming, and subscribe, like, and share.